All right, now tell me about yourself. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 29, turning 30.
29.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm turning 30 in 2 weeks, I think, something like
Okay.
that.
Okay, you're in 17 countries, right?
70
So
countries.
I'm told that you live in Stockholm, but you really live on a plane.
Yes.
So where are you? What's an average week like for you?
Well, I typically spend about a week or two in Stockholm, and then I'm in New York quite a lot. I'm out in LA probably 6, 7 times a year. I'm in San Francisco about the same. I'm in Asia maybe 3, 4 times a year. I'm in Latin America 3, 4 times a year. So there's a lot of traveling. But at the same time, I get to meet super interesting people. I get to learn, and at the end of the day, I get to work with music. It's pretty amazing.
Tell me who Daniel Ek is listening to.
Oh,
Who are some of your playlists?
I mean, this is the beautiful thing too with having all the world's music. It varies a lot, but lately I've been listening to Kendrick Lamar. I think he's a pretty interesting rapper from here, from LA. Probably the most interesting rapper I've heard in quite some time. I've listened a lot to Frank Ocean as well. I keep listening to Ella Fitzgerald, so some old school stuff as well. What else? Metallica, of course, now that they're finally on the service. And I listened to, just recently, what I've started listening to is the JC just released a new record, which weirdly enough is Coldplay songs that he remixes and makes new stuff out of. So I started listening to that because I just thought it was random and kind of interesting.
Now I understand you play the guitar.
Yeah.
And what do you play?
I play
What
classical.
what kind of guitar do you have?
Oh, I have 42 guitars.
42 guitars.
Yeah.
42 guitars.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
but
you're only 29.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I sort of collect guitars. That's my sort of secret.
Okay, what's your
passion.
jewel? What's your jewel?
Well, I got a 1959 Fender Stratocaster that I find probably my jewel.
Okay, and what songs, when you pick up that guitar, what's the first thing you're going to play?
I don't know. I think lately I've started playing a lot of jazz. Have my grandfather was an opera singer. My grandmother always playing jazz piano and things like that. So but some jazz for me is like soothing. So I actually have a traveling guitar with me even now in the hotel room.
So you've been out in Los Angeles for a week. Are you a savior? Do they love you out here? Does the music industry bow at your feet? Or are you a rebel? I mean, how do they treat you?
I think it's a mixed bag, to be honest. But the way I look at things is I don't want to be seen as the savior, and I don't want to be seen as a rebel either. At the end of the day, all I care about is we live in a world where people listen to more music now than ever before. I don't think it's right that artists can't make a decent living out of creating their work. I want to help get us to a point where artists can survive doing what they love to do.
One real problem for Eck as the company grows? Keeping up with correspondence.
Yeah, I get about 2,000 a day.
2,000 emails a day.
Yeah, something like that.
How do you handle it?
I'm actually really bad at handling email. So if you ever write me and it takes me a day or two to get back, don't take it personally.